Hello, wrestling fans. This is Pat Baer coming to you from the Bear Cave with your wrap-up from PAXAMANIA II. If you didn't watch it live on Twitch or if you weren't there in person in Boston, well, here's some information to tide you over until the official release of the YouTube version of PAXAMANIA, which will be out in probably about a month. For those that don't know, look, there's so much we could talk about. We could talk about the tag tournament, which ended up not taking place in a video game and was all done through bribery and deceit and double cross. I mean, there's so much to unpack there. Alex the Wolf Navarro managed to get himself a title match somehow out of it. Dave Lang built a new stable, including Dr. Traxui. All this time, Dr. Traxui was actually of a French descent somehow, and a real doctor who's, one can only assume, been on some sort of enhanced activity over the past couple of years. As long as we known him, up until Sunday, he was not a regular nice doctor, but now that's apparently what his deal is. I mean, we found out about that. Our title match wasn't really a title match at all and didn't involve Samantha Common. Omri Sullivan had to back out at the last minute. We didn't know who was going to be the challenger. It ended up being the newest member of Indie Love Coalition, Danielle Renault, versus Austin Walker, also of the Indie Love Coalition. And it ended with the Indie Love Coalition kicking out Samantha. Austin won the match, but of course wasn't the champion and didn't win a title. Samantha keeps her belt, which she's lost going into PAX Rumble. Look, there are so many questions that have been answered. I mean, our main event came out of nowhere. Dan Reichert had been making the challenge to Greg Miller all this time, wanting to face him in a match. Greg finally agreed because Shuhei Yoshida showed up out of nowhere live via satellite in a very Wizard of Oz, I guess I can say, mentality. I mean, I may have said Shu's name wrong, and I apologize if I did, but there's so much to unpack, and I don't got a lot of time to do it. Anyway, Dan faced off against Greg, but in order to do so, Greg had to make a promise. Greg had to step down from being commissioner in order to compete in a match. It's a rule that none of us knew about before that match. Well, here's a shocking announcement. Information we did not have during PAXAMANIA. And while Greg was facing who he thought was Dan, who turned out to be Patrick Klepek, no one knows why that happened. Anyway, there's so much to unpack with that. But while Greg was facing who he thought was Dan and was no longer commissioner, someone bought out our league. That's right. We have a mysterious new owner. Greg has not been reinstated as commissioner. He is not allowed to. He is still under contract as a performer, but he is not the commissioner. We don't know who the commissioner is. John Drake, a.k.a. Johnny Cashinova, claimed he wanted to purchase it. Did he? Is it Aaron Tright's grandfather who founded our company? Did he finally buy back? And why would he be mysterious? Could it be someone we've never met before? Could it be someone from Nintendo or Microsoft or Sony? Could it be PAX themselves? Did Penny Arcade buy out our wrestling league in order to cinch down the name? I don't think that's it. And please don't ask them because that would get probably really annoying. Anyway, I've been told there'll be a new belt, a new name, and a new commissioner. And we're going to find out who that is at our next event, which will be at PAX West. That's right. They changed the name from PAX Prime to PAX West. So we'll see you in Seattle in August, and we'll finally, hopefully, find out what the heck's going on. I mean, gosh, I didn't even get into Kaiju and Chikara and WWE superstar Xavier Woods making a video appearance. So much happened in an hour. Some might say too much happened in that hour. Stay tuned. Check out twitter.com/PatBear because I'll be back in the Bear Cave to announce when we will have the full hour and glorious presentation for you on YouTube. And until then, I'll be staying in the Bear Cave.